Welcome to our tutorial today. Today we are going to create an horizontal image, an horizontal one-page slider. So we already created our vertical slide, but now we also want to have some slides to go left or right. And this is what we are going to create today. So let's start. I created a new folder and I pasted our code from the last tutorial, from the one-page tutorial, from the first one-page tutorial. But if you didn't watch this video before, you can watch it here. I will bring up a link here. And of course you can download the code on GitHub. I will give you the code I will give you the link in the info box below. And let's start with our new divs. So we're going inside of our second one-page div and create one new div with a class that we call horizontal wrapper. Horizontal wrap. And inside of this we're going to create three divs. One with the class horizontal, and we'll give him ID just to give the divs different background colors so we see the effect. And all we need for our horizontal wrap, for our horizontal slider, is this horizontal class and this horizontal class. And now we are going to copy this 2 times, and the ID will be 2 and 3. Oh, and this is everything. Oh, of course, if you're coming from GitHub and you downloaded the code from GitHub, of course you need to download the jQuery. So go on the jQuery page, on the download page, and download the compressed or the uncompressed version, and post it into your JavaScript, your JS folder. And of course you need to create the index file that looks like this, and you need to link your style sheets and the jQuery file before our own one-page JS file. Okay, so now let's create some CSS. I will give it a set index from 99 because sometimes it will not work. This is our navigation. And now we need to create some styles for our wrapper. So we say horizontal wrap. And of course we're creating some styles for our horizontal class too. And now we're going to make a float left, and make some things that they have the height of the browser window, the 100%. So we say height 100%, and of course we're doing the same with top and margin to set it to 0 as we have done before here. So we copy and paste it. And for our horizontal class we have to do some positionings. We say positioning of the horizontal page is relative to the parent div. So in all the horizontal divs are inside of our horizontal wrap div, and they should be relative to this div. And of course the float needs to be left, because we will set our horizontal wrap, the width will be something like this. We have 3 horizontal divs, so we say 300%. We can't do this like this, so we have to do it in JavaScript, but we're doing the same thing in JavaScript, like 3 times multiplied with 100% of the browser width. So yeah, and of course we're setting here the height of 100%, and now we're more or less finished. No, that's not true. We're going to create some background colors for our IDs. For H1, I say background color, and I just input 6 numbers, and I will copy this 2 times 1 2, rename to H2 and H3, and of course change the numbers, 6 numbers, yeah, and 6 numbers, perfect. And of course we need to create something for our buttons we want to click. So these 2 guys also need some style, so I say we will call it button right and button left. So these positionings are absolute, and of course we setting the color to white, bigger font size, and we say the padding from top, because it's absolute. If we just setting top, it will always be the top from the first from the HTML tag. So if we have something on the second div, it would be also in the first div, but we need to set the positioning relative to the parent div, but they are absolute positioned, so we need to set the padding, and we say padding top 25%, because this is the yeah, you will see it later down the road. And we set this right 12 pixels, so it will be from the right side 12 pixels inside, and from of course we need to set our cursor to a pointer, so that if we go over it, it looks like a button that we can click. Okay, and we make a set index of 99. I guess this is okay, and we'll copy this and just change 2 things. I say button right, button left, and this is left, so it's from the left side, 12 pixels to the left side. Yeah, okay. That's everything we have to change in the CSS. Now let's go inside of our JavaScript file, and here we have to change some things, and let's create some variables. We say a variable current horizontal position equals to 0, because we say our first div is 0, our second div is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Then we need to say we need to get the horizontal width, so the width of the browser window, and so we say var horizontal horizontal width equals to dollar window. So we're getting the div or the element from the browser window element, and we say we want to know the width of this element. So if we make a console log here and say horizontal width, and we print it out and reload it, and we say here console, we will get the width of the browser window. And if we change the browser window and reload it, there is no console log here. This is quite stupid. Okay, and we say element. Yeah, we have another window width. Okay, so that's everything we need to know here. And of course we need to create a variable for the numbers of our slides. So we say numbers of horizontal slides equals to dollar. Now we know we can get the elements of our horizontal class, and we need to know the length. And what we get with the length is not the length of the div or something like this. We get the amount of or the count of how many elements with the class horizontal are in this document. So we have 1, 2, 3 here, and if we print out our numbers of horizontal slides here in our console log, we say numbers of horizontal slides, save this, reload, inspect, reload. What's wrong with you? Oh, we're on the wrong page. We need to be inside here. Okay, and you see I'm closing the finished one, so we're inside here, and we need to we're getting the count of the elements that have the class name horizontal. So I comment this, and now what we're going to do is we're appending the buttons inside of our horizontal wrap. So after the click function for our navigation here, we say dollar and identify our horizontal wrap class. So we say horizontal wrap dot append, and now we you can put everything inside of here. So we will append 2 new divs. We'll copy this, ID equals, now we copy this because we need 2 buttons, and we have 1 button with the ID button left and 1 with button right. And we know we have nothing inside of our horizontal wrap. Of course we have some divs called horizontal, but we don't have a div with the ID button left or button right. So if we put this here and say the function append, and we put 2 divs inside of here and we reload this, we will see when we inspect our second div and go inside of our horizontal wrap that it appends 2 divs, one called button left and one button right. So now we have to set our greater than and lower than signs in here. So I say and lower than and greater than. Save it, reload, and we see it's the wrong way. Okay, so we say lower than on the left button and greater than on the right button. Reload, and we see it's perfectly on the second div. We can't change on both sides anything, and we are not allowed to scroll left and right. And now we need to set the size of the width of the horizontal wrap. So we identify our element with the class horizontal wrap, and say .css. And now we are making the thing what I told you before, that we say horizontal wrap with 3 multiplied with 100%. We can't do this here in CSS, but we can do it in JavaScript. So let's do it. Say width, and here we say numbers of horizontal slides multiplied with horizontal width. Now we multiply our horizontal width, what we get with window width, with the numbers of our horizontal slides. And of course now we have to set our width from our horizontal class, because our horizontal class has no width right now. We just have the height. And now we know the wrapper has the perfect width, so we can set our horizontal width and say .css, and here we say width, not numbers of slide, just horizontal width. Save this, and now let's go inside of our functions. And now we'll create the same functions as we have in our created in our image slider, because it's pretty much the same. So we say move slide, and inside here we want to change the margin left from the wrapper. So we say dollar and identify our wrapper with $horizontal wrap, and say animate, because we want to animate our margin left. So we say margin left, and here we say simply numbers of slides, horizontal width multiplied with minus current horizontal position. Then we want to change the position. We need a function to change the position. Change position, and here we have a parameter called left. And this parameter is true when the left button is clicked, and it's false when we click the right button. So we need to say if our current horizontal position equals to numbers of slides -1. I will tell you later why -1. And it's not left, then to set the current position to 0. And of course else if it's every position in between. So from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when we have 5, this is the number 5. And if every other position and it's not left, we click the right button, then just set the current position +1. So we say current horizontal position ++. And we copied this, and it's the same for the right side, but we say if the current position is 0, then and it's left, then we need to change the current horizontal position to numbers of slides -1. Okay. And it's left. Don't set the current position +1, set the current position -1. And so we say current position -, and then we have to call our function moveSlide. So now we only need to create the button click function. So we need to identify our buttons, and we identify the ID because we know the IDs of the buttons. So we say button left dot click, and here we will write an own function, and inside here we're simply calling the function change position. And if the button is left, this parameter is true, and if it's right, it's false. And here we say button right. Save this, and if we have done everything right, this will work. So let's check it out. Yay! So these are our 3 slides, and now I will tell you why we make current position horizontal numbers of horizontal slides -1. Here we say current position minus the current horizontal position. If we say the current horizontal position is 1, it will count from here. And our current position starts with 0. So if we multiply the width with 1, we're coming to the second slide. So if we're on the last slide, it's the number of horizontal slides -1, because the current position is always the width we have here the horizontal width multiplied with 2 and not with 3, because if we multiply it with 3, we will get the current position something like here, and we don't want to show the white screen what's behind this div. We want to show the div from here to here. Okay. And also when we click on the last one, we need to set this to 0, because we want to show the first screen. And if we're clicking on the first screen to the left side, we want to show the last div. Yeah, that's everything. And now we have our vertical slide and our horizontal slide. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, you can download the code on Github. The link is in the info box below. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comment box, or send me a tweet or a private message on Twitter. And yeah, I hope we see us in the next tutorial. Bye.